How's it going, everyone? Want to take you guys through some major PlayStation 5 upgrades. One of them available right now, and one of them will be coming here very shortly. We'll talk all about that. Update on an upcoming RPG, an RPG that's going a little bit under the radar, but I think can turn out to be pretty good. And another RPG, a different style of RPG, an action RPG that I think should be on your radar. We'll talk that at the end of this video. Now, before we get into this video, I just want to ask you guys, please like this video and do leave a comment with your thoughts. It really does help out the channel a lot, and it is much appreciated. But first of all, Dragon Ball FighterZ, the upgrade for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series, is already out, and then Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series will be launching on May the 24th. PlayStation 4 and Xbox One version owners will be able to upgrade or use Smart Delivery, as well as transfer save data from their existing versions. The upgrade for Dragon Ball Xenoverse has been announced for a little while now, but nice to see it finally get a date for it to be coming out, and it's been getting a lot of free updates, and there's also been content updates as far as DLC is concerned. I'm actually quite surprised at how long Xenoverse 2 has been receiving content updates. This game's been out since like 2017, and they're all the way up to introducing stuff like Super Saiyan Beast Gohan is in there, the one from the movie that a lot of people dislike because of the art style, but they've got a lot of cool content in the game. I completed Xenoverse 2. I like the game. Obviously, the post-game content and everything you could do. The game can be a pretty big grind, but if you're a Dragon Ball fan, you know, it's fun at the same time. It's not really my cup of tea. Like, when I think about Dragon Ball games, I'm more of a Tenkaichi guy or a Budokai person. Xenoverse is cool, and I definitely understand why people are super into it, but at the same time, like, again, just not my wheelhouse as far as the game's concerned. But credit to Bandai Namco and Dimps, because they've been, again, consistently updating this game for what it feels like years and years. So, yeah, the game is quite good. There is a lot of DLC content, so just keep in mind if you are looking to get into the game, I would recommend you, if you want all that content, to just get the highest end edition. It goes on sale for like $30, I want to say, and that'll get you like all the bonus characters and all that good stuff. A lot of the Dragon Ball Super stuff, and stuff like, I want to say Gogeta Super Saiyan Blue is a DLC. I want to say that, again, Gohan Beast is definitely a DLC. There's some cool stuff that if you're a Dragon Ball fan, you'll enjoy it a lot as far as the DLC is concerned. And again, Arc System Works' Fighter, Dragon Ball FighterZ, which is a fantastic game, did get a free upgrade on top with rollback and netcode on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series, and it previously came out, of course, on PS4 and X1. Users who own the PS4 or Xbox One version are able to upgrade with no charge. The game is quite good. It is more of a technical fighter, which was an interesting twist for the Dragon Ball titles. Usually with Dragon Ball fighting games, you get more of an arcadey fighter. I mean, Budokai had some depth to it, but, you know, I feel like if you play Dragon Ball FighterZ, you're more of, like, wanting something that's a little bit more arcadey. And I should say, you know, not as nuanced. I don't know, maybe some people like the nuance that FighterZ has. The art style is super slick, and you know with an Arc System Works fighter, you're getting a fighting game with incredible presentation, and it's really there in strides with Dragon Ball FighterZ. And it turned out to be a really good game, and another title that, you know, just like a lot of other fighting games these days, has a lot of DLC content. So if you want all that content, I highly recommend you to get the top edition. I think that includes everything. But, yeah, definitely go check that out. And if you have yet to play the game readily, the base game goes on sale for like $9, so you should definitely check it out as far as the base game is concerned. If you want to check out all the DLC, again, that could be a little bit more pricey, but take that for what you will. FighterZ's upgrade is already out, and again, Xenoverse 2, that upgrade will be out in 2024. And if you're not familiar with Xenoverse, the whole story is that things are going awry in the Dragon Ball timeline, and you play as a created character, and you go back through and make sure everything stays intact, and some of the battles are done with interesting twists and whatnot. It's pretty well done, and the campaign is fairly enjoyable. It is relatively short, not super short, but you could probably complete it within 12 to 16 hours within that range. Next up, do you want to talk about this? Greedfall 2, The Dying World gets an update as it will be launching on PC in early access this summer. I don't believe the original had an early access release, but we also got an overview of the game. Now, the full release will be happening, of course, on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and PC, and this is coming from development studio Spiders, and Spiders has done some pretty cool games. They're definitely more of a AA RPG development studio. Like, they're not doing these big grandiose RPGs, but Greedfall I felt like was their best RPG. They also did Steel Rising, which was a recent PlayStation Plus title. Prior to that, they did titles such as Technomancer, they've done lower budget RPGs across the board. An overview of the game notes, the story starts 3 years before the events of the first game. This time you play as a native of Tierfradi, uprooted by force from your island and taken to the continent where the colonists are from in this old world ravaged by war and scarred by the plague. The political scheming of the different factions, you need to regain your freedom and control your own destiny using diplomacy, cunning, or combat, as well as help from allies you make. It's up to you to end one man's ambition or of conquest, which could spell the end for the continent and your island. Experience the unique world of Greedfall again by exploring the old continent, travel across new landscapes from Alma, the city of stars of the Bridge Alliance, to the shores, and uncover the secrets of these ancient lands. Create your own character and find allies to join your team, help them with their quests, uncover their secrets, and make them your friends, rivals, or even lovers, as well as equipping them the way you want. Immerse yourself in an ever deeper RPG experience where every choice has an impact on your adventure and where diplomacy, manipulation, infiltration, and combat are all viable paths for you to achieve your aims. Given that the game will be hitting early access this summer, I imagine that the full release will be happening sometime in 2025. They don't have the early access breakdown live on Steam yet, but once that drops, I'll go over that as well. Lastly, I do want to give a heads up on another action RPG that's coming that I think a lot of you guys will be interested in. That is Ender Magnolia Bloom in the Mist. Now, this is the follow-up title to Ender Lily's Quietus of the Night, and it's a dark fantasy 2D side-scrolling action RPG where you venture through the desolate land of fumes trying to save both humans and homunculi. Now, the first game was really, really well received. It's not a game that got a ton of fanfare and a lot of people raved about it, but if you actually look into it, that game got a really solid reception on Steam, and it had 29,000 reviews. 94% of those reviews are positive, so it's just 1% shy of being an overwhelmingly positive reception. 86 on Metacritic as well. Just a game that was a sleeper. It's not one that I personally have gotten around to playing a ton of, but the aesthetics and the art style of that game is so fantastic, and it looks great from a visual standpoint, and again, from an atmosphere standpoint, it's great. If you like the more challenging Metroidvania style of games, I think you'll enjoy it. Go check that out. It's 25 bucks on Steam, but this sequel will be coming to PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4, and it will be dropping in early access for PC on March the 25th. It's scheduled for 6 months to a year of early access, so it probably won't see its full release until 2025, so keep that in mind, but it's still a game to have on your radar, and I think it will go a little bit unsung until we actually see the release of the game. But, you know, we'll see how it develops in early access. But that is going to do it for me. But again, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 is getting its PlayStation 5 released in May. That's a game that I wouldn't pay full price for it, and certainly I wouldn't pay full price for the Deluxe Edition or the Complete Edition, whatever they call it. But if you find it on sale, that is the time to pick it up. $30 or less to get all of the additional content. And if you're a Dragon Ball fan, obviously if you're a non-fan, it's not going to appeal to you whatsoever, but for fans, it's really enjoyable. I know everybody is looking forward to Sparking Zero, as am I. That game is going to be tremendous, even if the entire roster that they've revealed so far is Goku and Vegeta in a bunch of different forms, but that is the game most of us are waiting for, and hopefully that'll be out by the end of the year. But Xenoverse is certainly a good time as well, and Fighters is a great game as well. It's an Arc System Works title, so you know you're getting a solid fighting game there. Greedfall 2, The Dying World, will be hitting early access for PC this summer, and it will be coming to PlayStation 5 sometime after that, hopefully by the end of 2024, or probably most likely 2025, given that early access 6 months to a year is generally the time span, and that is going to be the time span for Ender Magnolia Bloom in the Mist, as it will be coming to PS5 and PS4 as well. That's going to do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.